yo. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello, 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 hello. Check. Yes. Okay, it's just something I grabbed. So I'm going to redo it, but I just, thank you. Yeah. So good. Hello, welcome. I'm glad you came. I got to figure out where I can put this. There's no feedback. I'm too close to it. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I've got this live streaming. I've got my little GoPro camera, but it's running through a very ancient thing. So when you go online and I'm very glitchy and bumpy, I apologize to the online people. I do have a much faster one, which I will hook up next week. But for this week, the camera back there will be the more appropriate. So the internal corner camera on when you look at your, when you go home and you check out the site because you're so curious and you want to see how you sound. The little corner one with me doing my arms may not line up with the other. Anyway, so what I'm just saying is don't complain to me. I understand already what's going on. So I'm working very hard. I've got all of the pieces up. I do have a couple of things to correct. Thank you for those who are sending me corrections. I appreciate it. And when I get a chance, I will either do Could I Have This Dance for the Rest of My Life or Snowbird. Because I heard some people say, if I sing Could I Have This Dance, I'll cry through the concert, which don't want that. I don't want that. So, Pat, you don't have a spot. Yes? Gordon Lightfoot. Yep. So, in the just so you all know, the Kawartha Lake Singers are going to also do the same pieces that we're doing. They're just doing it in May. So if you all come and support our concerts, and I see enough of you there, I will call you up to sing along. Just putting that out there. And it was just because it's nice to do Gordon Lightfoot in, twice, same material. And there's not a lot of overlap. We don't get an overlap audience. But you might really be excited to come to Lindsay and sing along, maybe, or just listen. All right. Some people get their knickers in a knot when other people do the same material, but it's a different crowd. It's a different audience. It's a different group. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we'll do that. Just remind us sometime, Nancy, and we'll tell the story. No, we'll just. No. Can we stand up and just do a little stretching? Good. So arms, if you can get them up over your head. Good. And then just a little pull to the left, right, whatever side you're going. You're right. Good. That just kind of gets your middle going. Shake it out. All right. Arm up. And bring it down. And then use your other arm, bring it up, push it up. And let it down. It's not that your arm can't do it yourself, it's just this arm's doing some work as well. All right, pull this. You find muscles that you never had before when you do some of these things. Good. All right. If you take your shoulders and quickly putting them up to your ears, hold. And then let them go just as quickly. One more time. Quick up. And drop. Very good. Good. Wiggle your shoulders. Make sure they're nice and loose. Good. Pull them back as far as you can. And then release. And bring them forward. And then release. Okay. So now your upper resonator, this particular resonator is a little loose. Now let's see if the lungs are loose. Nice deep breath. And let it out. Right. Very slow breath, as if you're yawning very slowly. Hold it. And then let it go. Good. This time when you're breathing in, I want you to have one hand up front here and one hand in back there. And see if you can actually feel those places move when you breathe in. So breathe in. The trick is your lower back. Can you feel it in your lower back? And then let it out. Right? So try it again. See if you can feel it in your lower back. It's right there. Right at your... So, and then breathe in. You feel that open up. And then let it go. So when I say breathe down to your tailbone, you should feel that movement back there and here. Okay? Good. I didn't see a lot of shoulders moving, so it's very, very fun. All right. Now we're just going to do a little bit of talking like this. Can you all talk a little bit like this? That's lovely. All right. Say hello, 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 hello. Okay, and now we'll just Good. We're going to do that again. Just talk very high. That's very good. All right. And then just let it go. So I was watching a show, Nature of Things, and they was talking about voices and why we speak so low and how it's been trending down lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Because the low voice is a voice of authority. And remember Brian Mulroney? You know basses when you hear a bass. Some of you heard me tell me this already in your rehearsals. We don't talk up here anymore because that doesn't present a very authoritative sound, does it? Okay? Way back when women were supposed to be fluffy and make babies, it doesn't matter. But nowadays, we have to have this commanding thing, right? They said that on the Nature Things, and I thought it was very fascinating. They did the studies. And the thing is we keep driving our voices lower and lower and lower, 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 lower. We get with that gravel that's very prevalent right now, that popcorn we're talking right at the bottom of our vocal cords, because people are still trying to bring the voice down. But if you yawn a little bit like this and then talk low, you're good. Okay? Yeah. All right. Here's a B. Help the staccato on the top note is to do the jump from here. Instead of, because this won't work. Okay? So try that again. Ready? And. See? That's good. Whoever is squeaking, don't squeak. That'll kill your vocal cords. Very, very fine. Good. And let's go back down to the bottom. And then, ah. And as we're going up, you're going down with your breath. If you sing that way. And, ah. Ah. Happy. Yawn. Very good. Have a seat. So the reason that most of you already know this, but the reason that I'm taking you a different direction, high notes are not here and low notes are not here. Some of you have heard this from me a million times. It's all in the same place. Same place. We don't have to do this thing, all right? So anytime you do the stretchings, and this is for the new folks in here who haven't heard me talk about it before, everything stays here. You just energize more from here to get to the extremes of your vocal cords. Your vocal cords are what? About this big. They lie like that in your sideways. So the high notes are one direction and the low notes the other direction. So this is absolutely no help. So, right. You've got the lecture. Let's everybody get a chance to print off their Fare Thee Well Love sheets. Okay? We're trying, at least I was trying, to save a little bit of money and to save recopying the whole Fare Thee Well from the SATB version to the SSA version. So you have the SSA version, but you have your original SATB version in your folder. Do not hand it in. It is your legitimate copy if anybody complains. Okay? You will find a lot of crossover that it's the same. Okay? If, except we're in a key of E, and I forgot to check what key we're in the SATB version. E flat? Okay, I don't know if I have. E is very easy to do, yeah. Interesting. I will send you the original. I was going to give it to you tonight and I forgot. Yeah, so we are in E. Okay, so let's give it a whirl and see how you fare. Okay, yes, this is my list. We're doing Fare Thee Well first, right? That's why I said I have it, but I forgot to bring it for you. So if you want to do it, I will give you my photocopies. Do you have extra? Anybody have extra sheets? I forgot to give Laurel a set of extra sheets.
I have the photocopy of the SSA.
A full photocopy of the SSA? Yeah. Okay, we'll give that to Laurel then. That'd be perfect. Thanks, Chick. Appreciate that. If anyone does have an original of this, by all means, go ahead and grab your own original. Welcome. For me for tonight, and I'll just give it back to you. No, that's the men's version. Hang on to it. Yeah. No, I'm good. Yeah. Okay, from the top. Just follow along with your part, and we'll go from there. Okay? First, we'll get Laurel to smush it all, because there's no hole punchies and it won't work very well. Yeah, we'll just take our time. We're just going to look at some notes and things. Okay, so going through this, you'll notice a bit of crossover, a bit of different things. Altos, I'm so sorry, but most of the time you're okay? So you do get a chance to drink a little bit later on bar 68, and then you get to hum again. All right, here we go from the top. Fare thee well, Lord, fare thee well, Lord, far away you must go. Take my heart, Lord, take your heart, Lord, will we never meet again no more. Good, let's do that much again. How many have never sung this one before? Good, all right. And how many have sung it many times in the SATB version? And the SSA version? Yeah, some of the jumblers and jumblations. All right, my body temperature is not regulating very well. Okay, from the top again. So be careful of again. Right, from the top. Right where you start, actually. And fare thee well, fare thee well, Lord, far away you must go. Take your heart, love, take your heart, love, will we never meet again no more? Thank you. Good. Will we never meet? All right, sing that for me. And will we never meet again no more? Far across. Far across. Far take your heart, Lord, take your heart, Lord. No one knows the tears I've cried. So I drank today, Lord, I'll sing to you, Lord, in Papa's glory, in my time above. No. If I can't have you by my side. All right, stop for there. Yes. Okay, so can we go to bar 37 with the altos come in? Bar 37 and the altos come in? Okay? So you guys are going to, right? Far across, and you guys are humming. Ready, and far across. Good, all right? So altos instead of humming, ooh, ooh, because I can't hear you. All right? I can't hear you. You're just oohing, yeah. So make sure when you're jumping up there first and seconds, far across, make sure it's right down there. Otherwise we're getting this. Remember we talked about that was why I did a bit of the warm-up, just to make sure you're really energizing your high notes from low. 36 again. And 30, right? So 36 the ladies start, and then you guys come in on your alto and far. second. Altos, what did I say? Ooh, but your lips are all, most of you have closed lips. You're humming. Ooh, ooh. Or you just don't know it yet and you're listening. Or do some of you hum with your lips closed? Yes, Jane.
Sorry, I'm just a little dull tonight, but are we singing from the SATB right now?
No, you're singing from your sheets.
Okay, thank you.
The SATB is, you're keeping it as your legitimate copy, but you're singing from your sheets.
Okay, a little bit of discussion here.
This, yes. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
We were trying to figure out how they went together.
Oh, well, you're welcome to do that. Semitone apart singing. Okay, so 36 again, if you don't mind. Sing nice and tall, and far across love, far across love. Sing nice and good, very nice. So when you be careful, sopranos, when you're singing, no one knows. But if you go, no one knows the tears I've cried, and you're going into that voice, the speaking voice, it's not very pretty. Just keep it in the head voice as much. No one knows the tears I've cried. Just let it be nice and warm and open. A little, even the Rankin women, even though they're very bright, don't drop into the chest voice too harshly. Okay? Thank you. So I'll drink. Should be 3-part harmony. Can I hear the altos, please? Second sopranos, please. So, okay. Do you know where we are? All seconds? 6. All right. So 60, whatever it is. And so I'll drink today, love. I'll sing to you, love. Oh, you're the same. In Papa's glory, my time I'll bide. No more ties, love, in restless rover. If I can have you by my side. Right. Side. Get. So it's the same as the first sopranos. It's later on. I think that it goes into 3-part. The doors are, yeah, maybe. They leave the door open downstairs because it's hot, and then we end up hearing the yee-haw sound. Okay. And altos, please. So I'll drink. All right, altos. And so I'll drink today, love. I sing to you, love, in Papa's glory. My time abide. No more ties, love, a restless rover. If I can have you off by my side. Got it. Good. So I'll drink today. So a 1, 2, 3 and. So a 1, 2, 3 and. So I'll drink today, love. I'll sing to you. I'll 1, 2, 3 and love. If that helps. I don't know if that helps or not. All right. That's everybody. So 3 and. All right. Everyone together. So I'll drink. Bar 67. All right. 1, 2. So I'll drink today, love. I'll sing to you, love. In Papa's glory, my time. You listen to that, Jenny, too? No If I can have you. Off. By my side. Good. And I need you to really, even at this early stage of our singing, really listen to each other as far as tuning is concerned. Okay? So you go, ba, ba. There's a difference in that pitch, significant. Sometimes if we start to lose our hearing, I've told most of you before, we tend to, without knowing it, go under or over the pitch to hear ourselves. So you have to, and if you go, well, I can't hear myself, I'm so in tune. Right? So there is this delightful thing about choruses, because there's so many people. The note is never dead center. If there's enough of you and you're in the tune, you get this lovely egg shape. But right now ours is kind of like, yeah. So just be careful. And which vowels are problematic? What's the most problematic vowel? Ah. Ah and O. E's don't usually have a problem. If we went E, probably fine, but we go by your side. There's the two ah vowels, right? By and side, right? Even my has an I. They're all three ah vowels. By my side. They all have an E in them. But. Okay, that is good. Any questions generally on your photocopies? You're good? Women, sopranos, when you're doing your time, I'll bide. And you see that dotted quarter, there's two dotted quarters in the bar. Okay, so one of the eighth tied to the quarter is the same as a dotted quarter, for those of you who don't know what's going on. Means is there are two equal beats within that bar. So if the bar is 3 beats, the bar then becomes some kind of a weird 2 beat, or you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the bar, or come in on and. Ba, 1, 2, and 1. Whatever works. The trick is to do it right. So there's so many different ways of doing it. For me, it's just simply that if I can't have you, 3, 1, 2, and by my side. And I just thought that's as easy as that. By my side, 2, 3. Okay? And then if you just watch me, you'll nail it every time. With my big, low, authoritative voice. Whoa. Okay, very nice. Let's leave that. And you can take a listen to it on YouTube. I was wanting to ask, it's usually my wonderful friend Chick, if somebody would come up with a playlist, and then we can send the playlist out just for the women. Do you know what I mean by playlist? So what, did you want me to give it back to her? Are you okay? She's going to keep it? Okay. So a playlist is you just go through YouTube, or you go through and you download the songs, or you create a list, or you put them into a list that's called Jubilaires Concert 2024. And then we just mail out that playlist, and you can just play. So a playlist is... Yeah, some of the... Yes, some... And the Gordon Lightfoots are all on SoundCloud. So they're all on the Cypress website. So I will try to get... It's just trying to share the load a little bit. If somebody is on Cypress and wants to be able to do that, they can pull off all those audios. What you need is you can't download them, but you can take the link and share the link, and then you can go through the links that way. Okay? So Cypress Music or SoundCloud, they have them all on there. All right, you can go to the next one now, my friends. Beautiful Bella, blooming bell of the Star of Belial.
Arlene, is
Yeah.
there Belle Isle near Windsor?
No, it's East Coast. Eyes the by the bells about. I did that one last night, and my eyes did too. Did go cross, but it was a lot of fun anyway. I had an original one from Eyes That Buy It, and it was just so bad, so I had to redo it. The other thing I want to mention is one of them has a click track or a metronome going. If it drives you crazy, you don't like singing with the metronome, let me know and I'll give you a copy without a metronome. Do you know, have any of you come across it yet? How many of you checked the website out yet? Very good, thank you. How many of you plan on it? How many of you never will? It's all good. It's all good. So, The Blooming Bright Star of Belle Isle, a Newfoundland folk song. When you go to page 5, okay? That's an echo on the verse 3. All right, so second sopranos, you probably would want to join the altos a little bit on that. They might be happy going up to the Ds, but I'm going to give it a try and see, maybe you'll have to split it just a little bit. Okay? And I think everything else is fine. So it goes into 3-part harmony on page 9, and then page 11. Most of it is 2-part, and some of it gets very high for the altos, which is why I'm asking maybe some of the seconds. I've got 2 rows of seconds, right? Second sopranos? Yeah. Well, we'll see how the altos do. So some of you second altos, I'm sure you have a high E in there somewhere, don't you? You can pretend, and you can just go. Let's sing it and see what happens, okay? All right, let's see what's singing out from the beginning. Banks of Lochlann, beauty and pleasure are known. Off. I spied a fair maid at her labor, which caused me to stay far away. I thought her good notice of beauty, and she blew me bright star of Bella. Good. So yes, that's an alto split. Alto 1s, alto 2s. Okay? And the second sopranos are staying up on the top line. Can I hear the altos, please, starting at the verse 2 on your oohs? 1, 2, and. First altos. Here are altos, first altos, and at 18, 1, 2, sing.